Hello friends, welcome to Vetri Oto's channel. I'm Vetri Oto, and on this channel I share videos on food business. I also share videos on NAFDAC registration process in Nigeria. Kindly subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button so that when I post new videos you will be informed. I want to say thank you to all our subscribers, both new and old. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers and I am thankful. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you how underpricing can kill your food business. Yes, underpricing can kill your food business. If you're in the food industry, you want to listen to this. Currently, the prices of things, food items, food ingredients, food products are on the increase, and I feel this is the best time to talk about underpricing and how it can destroy your business. Current cost of flour is 45,000 in some locations, while sugar has skyrocketed to 75,000 naira for a bag of sugar. So you cannot afford to underprice your food products or your baked goods. You cannot afford to underprice. Underpricing occurs when a business sets prices lower than what is considered reasonable or necessary to cover the value of the product and the production cost, or even generate a sustainable profit margin. So when you're underpricing your products, you are pricing your products lower than the value of those products and services in such a manner that you are not even able to cover your production costs or even make profit from your products. While it may seem like a strategy to sell more products or attract more customers to your business, underpricing can have a detrimental effect on the long-term success of your business. At the first glance, underpricing looks like a quick way to increase your sales. However, this approach fails to consider the broader implications of profitability, brand reputation, and industry dynamics. By consistently underpricing your products, your food business will most likely devalue the offerings, your products, your services. It will also attract price-sensitive customers who may not even be loyal, and ultimately decrease your profit margin. Underpricing may offer short-term benefits, but the long-term is more worse and detrimental to the health of your business. Food business must resist the temptation of underpricing their product. Instead, focus on providing value, maintaining profitability, and building a sustainable business model that benefits both the customers and the business. We are in business actually to make profit. So if you do not make enough profit, you're not able to pay your workers, you're not able to sustain the business, you're not able to even afford to buy ingredients for production. You can't afford your production cost, you can't afford your overhead cost, you can't afford to expand your business, you can't afford to invest in different kinds of training for you as the MD of the company and also your staff. There's a whole lot more you can do with profit, and we are all in business for profit. So the moment you start underpricing your products, you'll find out that you can't make enough profit to sustain the business, and before you know it, you're out of business. One of the reasons why food business owners underprice their products is lack of confidence. Some business owners don't even have confidence in the value of their products, in the value of their offerings, in the value of their services. If you don't believe in your products, how will a customer believe in your product? You don't even know the value of your product or your services. Because if you know and believe in the value of your products, your offerings, you'll find out that you'll price your products better. Pricing is power. Pricing is value. Most times you agree with me that if you visit a restaurant or you go to a bakery and they tell you that this cake is worth 20,000 naira and it has a whole lot of value, it has this, it has that, and there's also a cheaper cake with poor quality, which one would you go for? Most likely you would want to go for the one of 20,000 naira. Probably you would want to negotiate a cheaper price for that valuable product. That's the way it is. Do not be the brand that is known for having cheap offerings. It's better you charge premium prices and give customers a better experience, better packaging, a better product, than to be that brand that is known for offering cheap products. And the truth is, when you decide to increase your product prices customers will struggle to pay, especially when they are already used to your cheap prices. Here are some factors that can contribute to underpricing. Number one is competition. Now, because of the competition in the market, maybe because this baker sells her cake, I would always use the baking industry because that's what I do basically. So if let's say this particular baker sells her cake for 10,000 naira, another baker sells the same cake for 12,000 naira, another decides to sell for 15,000 naira. Now, there are several factors that affect pricing, okay, and that's why the registration is currently on for my online course, the Ultimate Food Costing and Pricing online course. Registration is on, and the link to registration is in the description box and will also be in the comment section. The first 30 students that get into the course will get the course at a 50% rate. Cost of that training is 10,000 naira, but the first 30 people to register will get into the course at 5,000 naira only. So you want to register for the training. The training will hold on the 15th of March 2024, but registration is ongoing and the deadline for registration is on the 10th of March 2024. And in this online course, I'll be taking you through the mindset hacks, mindset transformation, the negative belief systems that most food businesses have that is actually limiting their sales and hindering them from making adequate profit or even pricing their product accurately. You will also be learning how to calculate the cost of your ingredients, actual calculation of your ingredients, and how to set optimal prices for your food products. We'll be learning a lot, and we'll also have a practical section where you will be able to calculate the individual cost for your products. It's going to be an amazing experience and you don't want to miss it. Join the food costing and pricing masterclass and you will definitely learn a whole lot. Like I was saying, competition. A lot of food business owners underprice their products because of competition. Of course, when pricing your products, one of the factors to consider is competition or the competitor's price, but that is not the main factor to consider. The main factor to consider is the cost at which you are producing, the cost of your labor, the direct and indirect cost. These are the costs that you have to consider first, because the fact that baker A is selling a particular cake at 10,000 naira does not mean you should sell that cake at 10,000 naira, especially if it does not cover your cost. Remember that baker A might be related to Dangote and might be getting flour at a cheap price or at a cheaper price. Baker A might even be buying in bulk and therefore negotiate better prices. But you're just starting out and you're deciding to sell at or underprice your product at 10,000 naira. Why not think of what you can add to that product to increase the value in the sight of the customer so that customers are even willing to pay you 15,000 naira. You may consider adding a pack of cookies. You may just to cover your cost. So if the cost, you check your cost and you decide to price that cake at 12,000 naira, you may even decide to add other little things that will increase the value of that cake product, thereby making customers to even pay you 15,000 naira for it instead of selling at just 10,000 naira and shooting yourself on the leg. And before you know it, you're out of business. Please do not underprice your cakes just because of competition. There are several other factors that comes into play when pricing your food products. Factors that makes some food business owners underprice their product is cost miscalculation. In other words, inaccurate food costing of your ingredients, of your labor cost, of all the costs that are involved in the production of that particular cake. Do you know that in costing, you have to consider the indirect cost, such as the electricity bill, the rent, and all that? There's a percentage of those costs, even your labor cost, that should be added to your products. So if you miscalculate, you'll find out that baker A might actually be selling from the house, and you, baker B, you have a shop space. You're paying for diesel for running the space, you are paying staff, you'll find out that your cost most likely might be higher than someone that is baking from the home. But that doesn't mean that you won't sell. Your customers that love value, that love the quality of your offerings will still buy. Everybody has their target audience, okay? So you should know your target audience and know the message and know the kind of packaging they love. For instance, if you're targeting luxury clients, then you would know that you have to put in a whole lot into your branding, into your packaging, into your messaging, into the quality of your offering, a whole lot. When it comes to pricing, there are so many factors to consider. The next factor that makes food businesses to underprice is the desire to make quick sales. Yes, when you underprice your products, most likely you make a lot of sales. But the fact still remains that if you are not able to make profit, that same business will go down the drain. It's important that in your desire to make quick sales, you also consider the future of your business. Most times, when your prices are cheap, customers would actually not have value for your products. There are some customers that will never buy from you because they feel if this cake is so cheap this way, maybe they are using poor quality products or poor quality ingredients to make this food product. It could be cake, it could be a baked good, it could be any food product. Some customers will never buy from you. Businesses looking to make quick sales may resort to underpricing. This is a short-term strategy and will kill the long-term success of your business. So make sure you're pricing right. Like I mentioned earlier, one of the factors that make businesses underprice their product is lack of confidence, and that comes in your perception of value. So businesses may undervalue their products due to lack of confidence in their offerings, even a misunderstanding of their true worth, leading them to set lower prices than their actual value. Believe in your products, work on the quality and packaging of your products and also the service delivery of your products. Believe in your products and set the actual prices for your products. I need you to understand that customers will still buy. There are customers that will buy from you. A lot of customers will buy from you. I'd rather buy a product that is valuable than to buy a cheap product. Most customers are now a lot more health conscious and they want to know what is going into the product that you're giving to them. So if you are giving them a very cheap price compared to most times, most customers won't even buy from you. And as a business, you don't want to attract customers who value quantity over quality. Always believe in your product and believe that customers that value quality will come to you and they'll come and buy from you. So now, I'll be sharing with you the disadvantages of underpricing. I've already mentioned some of them while discussing, but I just want to point them out. Of course, if you underprice your products, you won't make enough profit and you cannot be able to sustain your business. When you underprice, you kill the growth potential of your business. Always have that in mind. And if you're going to build a sustainable business, then you should price accurately. Another disadvantage of underpricing is perception of low quality. Customers may associate underpriced products or low prices of your products to inferior quality, and that's what it is. Quality cakes cannot be cheap. Quality baked goods cannot be cheap. Quality food products cannot be cheap. And reputation, and even you can lose credibility in the sight of your customers. Customers will not trust you. They will just believe that your brand is using inferior quality of ingredients and of course producing inferior products, because the quality of ingredients you use will definitely impact on the final product. Number 3 disadvantage is inability to cover costs. When you're underpriced, most times you can even hardly cover your cost of production, your labor cost, your overhead cost, that's your indirect cost. You may not even be able to buy raw materials in bulk. There are a whole lot you lose by underpricing your products. You're unable to cover your operating costs. Number 4, difficulty in raising prices. Once customers are accustomed, or once customers get used to your low cheap prices, it's difficult for you as a brand to increase the prices of your products without losing the customers or losing their loyalty. These are the backsides to underpricing your products. Always think long-term when pricing your products. Next point is long-term damage to the food industry. I feel the baking industry in Nigeria is experiencing this, because how can a baker charge as low as 20,000 naira for a wedding cake, maybe a 3-tier wedding cake, 30,000 naira for a 3-tier wedding cake, when all bakers keep underpricing their products? It will devalue the baking industry. So that most times you have to think long term. It will devalue the food industry. There's so many things that comes into pricing, and one of I always keep mentioning the baking industry because I've experienced this a whole lot. A customer comes and tells you, this baker charges 15,000 naira for so cake, and you're probably charging 25 or 20, 22 or 20,000 or even 30k for that cake. They will keep telling you, but before you know it, these bakers are out of business. So please don't devalue your products and don't devalue the food industry in whatever country you are watching from. While underpricing may offer short-term benefits, its long-term consequences can be very severe. Food businesses must resist the temptation to underprice their products. Instead, focus on providing value, maintaining profitability, and building a sustainable business model that benefits both the company and its customers. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section. Kindly share this video to your community, also subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. On this channel, I share videos of food business, and NAFDAC registration process. Thank you for watching.